Fans, as a reminder, permission to enter the field or the bench areas are restricted to student athletes, coaches, game officials, game day staff, and authorized personnel. Unauthorized individuals violating this policy will be subject to removal from Stewart Field. Fans, from October 5th through the 12th, Illinois Tech is hosting Student Athlete Mental Health Week alongside Al Helinsky's Hope and 200 plus other universities. We are making mental health a priority and breaking the stigma by hosting conversations and offering resources to our student athletes to let them know you are not alone. Join us in telling the world that mental health matters. And now let's meet the starting lineup for today's contest. First, for the visiting Lakeland Muskies, a 5'4" sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 3, Leah Armstrong. A 5'2" senior from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, number 4, Marlon Reyes. A 5'3" first year from Tinley Park, Illinois, number 6, Addison Weed. A 5'2" senior from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, number 7, Alondra Reyes. A 5'2" senior from Kewaskum, Wisconsin, number 9, Gwen Manteufel. A 5'3" first year from Cedar Grove, Wisconsin, number 10, Malaya Sperber. A 5'3" sophomore from Canton, Illinois, number 13, Chloe Bartlett. A 5'2" junior from Ridgeway, Wisconsin, number 17, Allison Solberg Keeler. A 5'8" senior from Greenville, Michigan, number 24, Jenna Catarino. A 5'7" senior from Burlington, Wisconsin, number 28, Abby Runkle. And the starting goalkeeper, a first year from Osterberg, Wisconsin, number 99, Ingrid Steinbach. The Muskies are led by head coach Heather Robert and assistant coach Pete Barth, with student assistants Zach Hyman and Jordan Davis Troller. And now the starting lineup for your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. A 5'4" junior from Redmond, Washington, number 4, Kayla Smith. A 5'3" first year from Geneva, Illinois, number 6, Lena Yonehara. A 5'1" first year from Tucson, Arizona, number 8, Hannah Ramos. A 5'7" senior from St. Paul, Minnesota, number 11, Amelia Mosman. A 5'8" first year from Austin, Texas, number 15, Ava Nervarte. A 5'8" junior from Plymouth, Minnesota, number 16, Gabriella Boltes. A 5'2" grad student from St. Louis, Missouri, number 21, Katie Chismerick. A 5'8" senior from St. Louis, Missouri, number 26, Jillian Olischlager. A 5'5" grad student from Miami, Florida, number 28, Carolyn Beltran. A 6' junior from Seattle, Washington, number 34, Mary Frampton. And the starting goalkeeper, a 5'6" first year from East Lake, Ohio, number 0, Katya Blatnick. The Scarlet Hawks are led by head coach Roshane Ellison. The assistant coaches are Alan Garcia Pena, Tom Paparunas, Cynthia Osuna, Julian Soto, and Roxanne Myers. Welcome back to the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network, live here at Stewart Field in Chicago. Game 2 of our doubleheader, the Lakeland Muskies visiting the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Chris Rouse on the call, and Illinois Tech looking to make it a clean sweep in the doubleheader today, a 6-0 win on the men's side. But Heather Robert, the head coach of the Lakeland Muskies, they're going to look to have something to say about that here in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Here are the starting lineups for the Lakeland Muskies. Lakeland yet to score in their last 3 matchups. And would like to get on the board here at Stewart Field. Let's see how things play out. And here's what they will line up with in the opening 45 minutes. Number 3, Leah Armstrong. Number 4, Marlon Reyes. Number 6, Addison Weed. Number 7, Alondra Reyes. Number 9, Gwen Mentoyful. Number 10, Malaya Sperber. Number 13, Chloe Bartlett. Number 17, Allison Solberg Keeler. Number 24, Jenna Catarino. Number 28, Abby Runkle, and the goalkeeper will be number 99, Ingrid Steinbach, as Lakeland comes in with the pink uniforms looking to try to upset the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks here. Illinois Tech, the top team in the conference right now following their win Wednesday 4-2 over Dominican. And Roshane Ellison, in his 10th season as the coach for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, will go with number 4, Kayla Smith. Number 6, Lena Yonihara. Number 8, Hannah Ramos. Number 11, Amelia Mosman. Number 15, Ava Nervarte. Number 16, Gabriela Baltez. Number 21, Katie Chismerick will start us off in just a moment. Number 26, Julian Olegschlager. Number 28, Carolyn Beltran. And number 34, Mary Frampton will round out the lineup in the field, while number 0, Katya Blatnick, will be the keeper. We are underway here at Stewart Field. Scarlet Hawks in the white, Lakeland in the pink. Illinois Tech looking to protect home field in their first game as the top team in the NAC. And it was a 4-2 victory for Illinois Tech on Wednesday. Goal from Ava Nervarte from about that spot for Illinois Tech. And then it was Katie Chismerick on the questionable, controversial, whatever you want to call it, depending on which side of the argument you were on there on Wednesday for Dominican, where the foul was called in the penalty area, allowing Katie Chismerick to get the penalty kick, allowed Illinois Tech to go up 2-0 early on in that matchup. While Dominican did strike for 2 goals later, Illinois Tech just too much for him. It was already out of reach by that point. Dominican did get it within 1 goal at one point, made it 3-2, but by that point, Illinois Tech had already been ahead for the majority of the evening. Katie Chismerick also scored another goal, but that was followed by a beautiful goal from Jillian Olegschlager, who we almost saw one just like that in the men's match earlier from Kara Giannis, looked similar to that shot from from Lucy Georgiorian on that shot on Wednesday for Illinois Tech as the Scarlet Hawks won it 4-2. First corner of the day for Illinois Tech. As the Scarlet Hawks charge the ball, it's Yonihara who knocks it down. Nice move by Lena Yonihara. Passes off to Ramos. Ramos tries to step in. Ball taken away by Lakeland. Alondra Reyes able to step in that time. A beautiful goal from Lucy Georgiorian on Wednesday night. She is not in the lineup today, and at least did not start. Her 4th goal of the season, a beautiful free kick opportunity for Illinois Tech, which made it a 4-2 win for the Scarlet Hawks, their most recent outing on Wednesday. Flag goes up and offside against the Scarlet Hawks as Ingrid Steinbach had made the save anyway. So the shot negated for Illinois Tech in the scorebook. Alondra Reyes to take the free kick here. And it's Keeler. Allison Solberg Keeler in possession here. Chased down by Chismerick. Chismerick is Illinois Tech's leading scorer this season. And we get a foul as Chismerick hits the deck here. 7 goals on the season for Chismerick. Free kick opportunity for Illinois Tech here. It'll be Kayla Smith. Looking towards that back post. It's Nervarte charging front post, but Steinbach steps in, makes the catch. And that's twice Ingrid Steinbach has turned back the Scarlet Hawks here in these first 3 minutes of action. That's Carolyn Beltran, who went airborne for Illinois Tech, number 28 in white. Tried to make a play on the ball. Still trying to make the play as Beltran. Yonihara had it briefly for Illinois Tech, and it goes out of play for a Lakeland throw-in. This Lakeland team has not scored in their last 3 outings. Have not scored in 2 weeks. The last time the Muskies scored a goal was on September the 28th. Marlon Reyes did that. She scored in the 86th minute of their match against the Benedictine Eagles. She's the reason that matchup ended up with the result of a 1-1 draw. And with that most recent goal in the 86th minute back on September the 28th, Reyes currently sitting at 2 goals on the season for Lakeland. Ball goes out of play here in a corner for Illinois Tech. We've just entered the 5th minute, and it'll be Mosman. And Mosman to take the corner here for the Scarlet Hawks. Mosman this season, 4 goals, 2 assists. Would like to get the ball airborne here for Frampton on that back post. It went towards Baltez. Instead, the header just short of the net as Steinbach makes the save. And now Lakeland. Opportunity to control the ball here. Nice turn down the pitch by Sperber. Sperber is Lakeland's leading scorer. Malaya Sperber with 3 goals this season. Sperber kind of just pointed at Addison Weed as to say, hey, my fault, maybe I should have went outside when she played it inside. Kayla Smith. Right foot touch for Smith. That's interesting. That's an inside touch. She tried to play it to Chismerick. Coach Roshane Ellison saying he would have liked to see Smith play that one 1v1. And he'd like to see her take it herself. For good reason, Smith this season, 2 goals, 3 assists. Dual threat, as are most of the strikers on this Illinois Tech offense. Sperber battling Smith. Navarte had a goal from about that same spot on Wednesday. That one going to go a little wider than the one on Wednesday night. This will be a goal kick. That was a nice bend from Navarte on Wednesday night to score the goal against Dominican. For Navarte, she sits at 2 goals on the season. This is her 12th match of the season for the Scarlet Hawks. Frampton charging the ball. It goes out of play for another Lakeland throw-in. Baltez to Frampton. Illinois Tech just going to play it station to station on the back line, passing here. And Oleksacker dribbles it in for a nice pass over to Smith. Offside. Illinois Tech, good job by that Lakeland back line. This is a Lakeland team. We mentioned they haven't scored in 3 matches. But this is also a Lakeland team. They play a lot of low-scoring affairs. They have a lot of ties to their name this season. 1-7-3 record for the Muskies. Winless in conference, 0-4-3 at this point. But their last 3 outings, a 3-0 loss to Wisconsin Lutheran. Scoreless tie with Aurora. 5-0 defeat at the hands of Dominican and a 1-1 draw against Benedictine. So this is a team that would prefer to play the low-scoring affairs. And we saw Illinois Tech have an offensive explosion on Wednesday for 4 goals. But with that offside being called, it appears the strategy is simple for Lakeland. Keep that back line up. Do not allow the Scarlet Hawks to create by moving our back line up. What they're doing, they're forcing Illinois Tech to have to dribble and make precise passes. Here's another example. Navarte has to hit Smith in a hurry, and this is usually where that back line will sort of just stand stagnant for Lakeland, but instead Smith goes backwards, has to cross the ball to Mosman, and the ball goes wide. Long run, out of play. Marlon Reyes delivering the body bump there on Mosman, and this will be a goal kick. Coach Heather Robert with some instructions for her roster. Lakeland Muskies, once again, doing a good job with their backline discipline here in the early going. Nice play by Beltran. She intercepts the pass for the Scarlet Hawks. Mosman tries to cross it over. She finds Chismerick. Chismerick gets knocked down over the inline. Ball goes out of play, and it is going to be a goal kick. On the road this season, Lakeland yet to gain a victory, 0-5-1. That one was the last game they scored a goal, the 1-1 draw against Benedictine 2 weeks ago, September the 28th. Coach Roshane Ellison starting to give instruction to his team, saying he needs more urgency from his roster. Been a vocal day for the coaches today. Definitely the Lakeland sideline very vocal in the first matchup, as were the Scarlet Hawks. Coach Roshane Ellison saying he wants more urgency. Here's Smith. Here's an issue sometimes with Illinois Tech. If they play with some of that urgency Coach Roshane Ellison wants, they can play a little too fast. You can see them now a little bit sloppy with some of the first touches as opposed to how they were playing those first 10 minutes as this 10th minute right here gets ready to conclude. But also feels like it could be a lengthy filling out process for Illinois Tech. This is a Lakeland team that's really kind of just playing backline, a disciplined backline style. They're trying to force Illinois Tech to make precision passes, and those passing lanes just have not been there like the Scarlet Hawks would prefer. Once again, a shot that's easily a save for Steinbach. Took about a hop and a half before it got to the net. And Steinbach able to send it out for Lakeland. Just mentioned, this isn't a Lakeland team that puts a lot of goals on the board. They like to play this style, this defensive style. And unfortunately, we have a downed player for the Muskies. And it appears that is Marlon Reyes, the 5'2" senior from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And Lakeland will need some assistance from the athletic trainer and also head coach Heather Robert on her way out to the pitch. Chris Rouse on the call here from Stewart Field in Chicago. We're happy that you could join us for our Scarlet Hawks soccer doubleheader. It was a 6-0 win for the Illinois Tech men against the Lakeland Muskies. If you did not see game one of our doubleheader, all of those games, by the way, all Scarlet Hawk matchups, by the way, archived on YouTube Live, youtube.com/Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. That's where you can find all Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks athletics. And the attention right now turns to Marlon Reyes, the player down on the pitch for the Lakeland Muskies. She went down behind the play. The ball was airborne, and I did see Reyes sort of go down at the end of the play. I saw her sort of grabbing at the leg, and then maybe after that, that's where she sort of went to the down position she's currently sitting in on the pitch. And once again, you don't want to see any player get hurt. We've had a number of players go down in the men's matchup, and it's good to see Reyes hop right back up and get off the field, walking off the pitch under her own power. You see Zach Hyman, the goalkeeper from the men's soccer matchup for Lakeland. He came in as a reserve. He's also the student assistant coach here for the women's soccer team. The players re-enter the match. And we'll have to see who's going to be the replacement for Reyes as she comes off the pitch. Looks like it's going to be Elizabeth Brown, number 15. And she's walking to the scores table. Yeah, they're taking Reyes to the trainers table. So it'll be number 15, Elizabeth Brown, first-year player out of Seymour, Wisconsin, will enter the match. And we will resume with our throw-in for Illinois Tech. Baltez plays it over for Olusliger. Olusliger plays it over to Katie Chismerick. Kayla Smith, I thought she was going to come charge the ball. Instead, it was Nervarte Navarte sort of had the ball for a moment, and it sort of died when it got to Navarte. I thought she was going to play it through for Smith, but Smith didn't charge back door maybe as we had seen Illinois Tech do on Wednesday night. And as a result, the ball sort of, once again, it sort of died with Navarte, and the passing lane closed, and as a result, goal kick for Lakeland. Let's see, Marlon Reyes walking around on the sideline for Lakeland. Looked like she was holding a leg when she was down on the field. But as she walks off, she did walk off. She's walking around on the sideline and now offside again against Illinois Tech. Scarlet Hawks having some trouble working through this back line attack from Lakeland. That's the third offside call against Illinois Tech here in the first half. And we have 10 seconds remaining here in this 12th minute. Yonahara gives it over to Navarte. Navarte going to go for goal from distance. And much like her shot earlier, wide right. Illinois Tech, 5th shot of the afternoon for the Scarlet Hawks. Third one that did not land on goal today. They have 2 on net. Actually, yeah, that is the second one not on net. They credited 1 earlier, so they have 3 on net, 2 not on goal for Illinois Tech. So Chismerick plays it through to Ramos. Ramos going down the lane. Plays it over to Mosman. And that ball is going to be credited as offside. That'll be 4 offside calls against Illinois Tech. And the shots are correct. So 5 shots for Illinois Tech, only 2 on goal. And yeah, because that Chismerick, that last shot from Navarte, it looked good, but that was not on goal. That went in the fence here at Stewart Field. So 5 shots for Illinois Tech, 2 on goal. Also 2 corners for Illinois Tech. 3 offside calls. And a foul. That one to go against Lakeland. Throw in coming from Illinois Tech. Beltran into Frampton. And Illinois Tech really good passing on their back line. Now Elizabeth Brown applying pressure to the ball. Lakeland looking to have possession. Chismerick took that one off the shoulder. Continues to play through the action. And Amelia Sperber applying pressure on the ball. Oligschlager over to Frampton. Here's Beltran. Plenty of space for Beltran to operate. Sort of just spun in place there to Beltran. And the Scarlet Hawks play it up the pitch. Ramos tries to cross it in. Steinbach again gets hands on the ball to turn the Scarlet Hawks back and stop the buildup. Illinois Tech has been unable to get a quality shot on the net as Steinbach sends that one airborne right towards the broadcast location. Sperber unable to run the ball down. Quick throw in from Oligschlager. Honestly, that kick was right on line for us at the broadcast location. Clearly wasn't going to reach us in terms of distance. But it had us fooled for a moment as now Steinbach rolls it back out. Scarlet Hawks in possession. Baltez, we've seen a lot of station-to-station switch passing from the Scarlet Hawks here in these first 15 minutes of the matchup. Kayla Smith. Smith looking to go for goal. There's some help on the backside. It was Yoni Haro just left it wide left. Great build up for Illinois Tech. Again, applying pressure to the opposing keeper, Ingrid Steinbach. But Steinbach staying calm under pressure. And we're still scoreless. Stewart Field in Chicago, Illinois. The site of game 2 of our doubleheader here as Illinois Tech has Chismerick in possession. She plays it back to Mosman. Mosman had a chance to shoot. It was almost as if she sort of stepped on her own foot there, like she tried to shoot it with the opposite foot. And then when she finally got her shooting leg around, the ball was already taken away. Frampton's pass deflected away. That was Chloe Bartlett. And now Lakeland will throw in. Overcast skies here at Stewart Field. Ball played down the pitch. This back line for Illinois Tech, it's really been about the back lines here in the early part of the matchup. Lakeland with their back line discipline creating the offside calls against Illinois Tech. And Illinois Tech has really used their back line just to sort of create passing lanes. That's the side of the pitch that basically to set up the side of the pitch that they want to go for goal. Steinbach gets it airborne. Frampton. Played up the pitch for Navarte. That was Frampton looking for Navarte. Ball played back to Beltran. Overcast skies here for the women's matchup. It was sunny throughout the duration of the first game. And now here's a chance to go for goal for Illinois Tech, and that shot off the back fencing for Illinois Tech. Olashager on the shot, no good. Liliana Schuth, number 13, on for the first time. And number 20, Kayla Thomas. The passing lanes will really open up for Illinois Tech with Thomas, one of their better dribblers. We saw that on Wednesday against Dominican. They'll replace Mosman and Beltran respectfully, with Schuth taking over in midfield and Thomas taking over as a forward, possible striker for Mosman. I would think of Thomas more as a forward. She can be a striker, but in Coach Roshane Ellison's plan, we've seen her more of a creator with the passing lanes for the Scarlet Hawks. Kayla Thomas, a 5'7" sophomore from Helsingborg, Sweden. And sometimes when you're a first year or a sophomore on the women's side of things, especially at the soccer level, you have to wait your turn, especially when you have players like Chismerick who already have the goal scored, Georgiorian, who's developed her all-around game. Navarte, is one of those first-year players where her striking ability has been strong. But sometimes you have to fill your role. Here's an opportunity for Illinois Tech, and offside again on the Scarlet Hawks. Hannah Ramos offside this time. But what I was going to say was with Thomas, there's a player who has the potential to be well-rounded for the Scarlet Hawks roster. But when you have weapons like Chismerick, Smith, Mosman, Georgiorian, Nervarte, Baltez, sometimes you need players to set them up. And Kayla Thomas has shown that she can be one of those players that can provide that for the Scarlet Hawks as Chismerick went for goal wide left. Illinois Tech getting closer and closer, but still yet to find the right combination to get into the back of the net. Coach Roshane Ellison said that's the right combination on the pass. Just need to strike. Thomas applying pressure to the ball. Navarte. Here's Oligschlager. Outside to Smith. Smith tries to go one-on-one, and that's offside. Smith confused about that one. Roshane Ellison is even looking on sort of confused about how that was offside. But Coach Ellison, not as vocal as he normally would be about a call like that. he sort of just looks on. Action resumes here at Stewart Field. Oligschlager applying pressure on the sideline against Sperber. Lakeland throw in. But this match has really been played at midfield the majority of the way. the north side of Stewart Field, which is the offensive side for Illinois Tech, has probably had more. That attacking third has seen more action, but if I had to say, I had to say this part of midfield, the north side of midfield, has seen more action. Here's a chance for Ramos to go for goal, and she scores! Illinois Tech opens the scoring with Hannah Ramos. Scarlet Hogs goal! Scored by number 8, Hannah Ramos. 1-0 Scarlet Hawks. As Ramos, just when I was saying this matchup, I was getting ready to say this matchup has really been a defensive battle controlled by the back lines. And as I was trying to spit it out, Ramos finds the back of the net and opens the scoring for Illinois Tech. 1-0 Scarlet Hawks. Fifth goal of the season for Hannah Ramos. And now the Scarlet Hawks get the throw in. Oldschlager takes possession, plays it back to Baltez. And here's another one of those backline switch passes for Illinois Tech. It's been a lot of station-to-station switch passing for Illinois Tech. You're not really seeing the Scarlet Hawks force the action except for when they try to go for goal, which has been the result of the majority of those offside calls that we've seen. 5 against Illinois Tech. Ramos able to be onside on that most recent attempt for net. And on Illinois Tech's 9th shot of the match, they find the back of the net. A 1-0 advantage. And this is probably the most action Katya Blotnick has seen all afternoon as the ball rolls all the way to the Scarlet Hawks keeper. .22 minutes and counting remaining in the first half, coming up at halftime. We'll be able to recap that first half goal. Go over the setup as Ramos got the goal for Illinois Tech. Go over our first half stats. We'll go over what else is going on in the NAC on the women's side of things in women's soccer action. And we'll recap the Scarlet Hawks 6-0 victory over Lakeland on the men's side of things in game 1 of our doubleheader. Plus a special message from the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. All of that coming up right here at halftime on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Navarte was the intended recipient of that pass, but it went right through the leg. And now here's Oldschlager. It's like Navarte got a touch on it, but it went through. Here's Chismerick. She'll go for goal, but that's a save. Steinbach turning Chismerick back. That was Illinois Tech's 10th shot of the afternoon, 4th on goal. Sperber runs into Oldschlager, and the ball goes out of play. Lena Yonahara was close to the ball. The ball goes out for a Scarlet Hawks throw. And Julian Oldschlager will come off the pitch. Annika Torbenson comes on. And that was convenient that Torbenson was coming in for Oldschlager because that's who was going to throw the ball in. And it went right to Torbenson. Torbenson behind Smith right now. Smith gets the ball centered. Pass over to Schuth. Kayla Thomas. Had it deflected away, now sent out by Lakeland. Frampton going to have to run it down for the Scarlet Hawks. Thomas on the turn. Sends it in for Navarte. Ball gets airborne. It's headed away by Lakeland. And run down by Yonihara. Annika Torbenson. Back to Smith. And offside. And Smith with a demonstrative reaction, showing the frustration with the call there. The official with a bit of a warning. That's the second time we've seen Smith sort of gesture with displeasure towards the offside call. So the official felt it warranted the warning. Frampton plays the ball up the pitch. Bit of a mishandle there on the touch for Lakeland. And now the Muskies with Addison Weed. She turns to the outside. Good possession from Chloe Bartlett. Now the ball's in the middle of the pitch. And Navarte with a touch. Sent back by Lakeland. Both teams just trying to gain possession here and there. It's Torbenson after all is said and done. Through ball for Chismerick. Chismerick pressured there by Alondra Reyes. Reyes sends it down. Torbenson in pursuit, as is Baltez for Illinois Tech. It'll be Baltez who takes it as Illinois Tech plays through their back line. Coach Roshane Ellison saying go, 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 go. Here's Smith. Nice move on the one-on-one. Smith plays it to Chismerick. She tries to go for goal. Chismerick still surrounded by 3 pink jerseys. The ball goes in. Katie Chismerick for goal. The Scarlet Hawks leading goal scorer, adding to her total. It adds to a 2-0 Scarlet Hawk advantage. Scarlet Hawks goal. Her 8th of the season for number 21, Katie Chismerick. 2-0 Scarlet Hawks. Chismerick with her 8th of the season makes it 2-0 Scarlet Hawks here in the first half. There was a PK goal and a goal from the field on Wednesday for Chismerick. This one also from the field as she beats the opposing keeper, Ingrid Steinbach. Corner coming for Illinois Tech. It'll be Kayla Thomas as the sun begins to peek out at Stewart Field again. Thomas sends it in. A few subs for Illinois Tech. Following that goal, by the way, Victoria Ucher in now, number 9 for the Scarlet Hawks. She had a chance to go for goal on that last corner. But Illinois Tech now in possession out near midfield, as opposed to looking at a 3-0 advantage on the scoreboard. Walsh. Ball played to the middle of the pitch. Yoni Hara plays it through, and Steinbach able to get the ball again on the scoop. Keeler. Marlon Reyes takes a spill to the dirt. And Kayla Smith picks up that foul. Reyes back in. Good to see Marlon Reyes back in. Remember, she was the player that went down holding the leg earlier. Now it'll be Alondra Reyes to send the ball down the pitch. Torbenson. Over to Frampton. And now Frampton plays it up the pitch for Illinois Tech. Schuth. Yoni Hara and now Ucher. Everybody getting a touch here for Illinois Tech. Smith. Could be looking for Chismerick on the centering pass. Walsh is also there. Smith is going 1v1 here. Smith sends it in, and it's sent out by Reyes. Smith is going one-on-one with Marlon Reyes. It was Alondra Reyes who made the contact to send the ball out. Malaya Sperber is going to come off the pitch. But that's going to have to wait because it's not a favorable throw-in here for Lakeland. So Tucker will have to wait for Lakeland. as Smith sends it in for the Scarlet Hawks. Ball headed away by Lakeland. And now Yoni Hara goes over to Frampton. Thomas tried to make the move. Instead, the ball was lost and possessed by Lakeland briefly as they sent it back, but Illinois Tech able to regain possession. Walsh trying to turn the corner. Mantufel able to make the play for the Muskies. And now Illinois Tech will get a substitution with Kinsey Takuchi coming in. And now Charmis Tucker will finally come onto the pitch. He was going to come on for Sperber earlier. So 25 for 10 for Lakeland. Meanwhile, 19 for 4 for Illinois Tech as Takuchi replaces Kayla Smith. Scarlet Hawks throw in. It's Chismerick looking for Ucher. Ball taken away. That's Reyes. Alondra Reyes comes away with it. Scarlet Hawks trying to play the ball to the middle of the pitch. That centering pass has not quite been there. Thomas working against 3 Lakeland defenders. And the Scarlet Hawks will play the ball back. Baltez on the back line. Annika Torbenson. Torbenson played it to the middle of the pitch for Yoni Hara. Ucher with a nice move. Takuchi a little too wide on the spacing. Yes, she was still able to run the ball down. Lakeland has a player down in the middle of the pitch, and now a stoppage. And so we got a Lakeland player down on the pitch. And the official has gained control of the ball, and it looks like they're going to have to tend to the down player, Alondra Reyes. And so right now the athletic trainers and the coaches, again, tending to the down Lakeland Muskie. So we already saw Marlon Reyes go down. She came out the match and came back onto the pitch. Now it's Alondra Reyes down on the pitch. And once again, you never want to see any player get hurt, but it's just been a physical affair. Honestly, hasn't really been a physical matchup between these two teams. But we have seen a few players sort of some hobbled walks, maybe grab at a few ankles in this matchup. And once again, good to see Reyes hop up, much the same as we saw out of Marlon Reyes. So Alondra Reyes and Marlon Reyes both on their feet. Marlon Reyes has already returned to action. And is actually on the pitch having some words with her teammates. And they talk over strategy for the action as it gets ready to resume in just a moment. Lakeland will have to put a new sub in here for Alondra Reyes, so let's see who's going to get the call. Marlon Reyes was already out on the pitch as she ran on. So, yeah, they're still trying to figure out who's going to be the Lakeland sub. It'll be Bailey Johnson, number 12. The sophomore out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin, will come in as the injury substitution, replacing Alondra Reyes. Katie Chismerick and Marlon Reyes having some fun words with one another as action resumes. Over to Annika Torbenson. I think Katie was telling Katie was telling Marlon, like, I'm going to kick it that way, because I heard Marlon say, go ahead, do your thing, and she stepped out the way for the free kick to resume the action. You can see Marlon Reyes smiling. She literally said, hey, go ahead, do your thing, and she moved out the way, let her get the free kick. So Lakeland in possession now after the ball went out of play, so a goal kick for the Muskies. I am looking at Marlon Reyes. She is still sort of dealing with the issue from hurting her leg earlier in the matchup. You just hope that Alondra Reyes will also be okay for Lakeland. And she was a key contributor for that back line early on in the matchup. Sharmise Tucker chasing the ball, number 25. Remember, she came in earlier for Sperber. Here's Tucker now with a touch on the ball for Lakeland. And the ball goes wide, out of play for a throw. Sharmise Tucker, the 5'6" first year out of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Sort of playing forward/midfielder right now. You see her trying to intercept that pass, and there's Tucker right on cue. That's why she's in there. Disrupt these passing connections for Illinois Tech instead of the ball taken away. Here's Torbenson. Over to Takuchi. Takuchi sends it wide. A chance for the Scarlet Hawks to go for the goal. Walsh goes to the net. I thought the offside flag was going to come off. And now the ball goes wide for a Scarlet Hawks throw. Yeah, I thought the offside flag was about to come up. It did not. And it allowed Walsh to go for goal. Scarlet Hawks substitution here. The sophomore out of Bend, Oregon, Joanne Porter comes on. She replaced Yoni Hara. Ucher. Back to Liliana Schuth. Scarlet Hawks again working through that back line. Quick touch for Porter. Torbenson to Kenzie Takuchi. Ucher. Ucher goes for goal. That's going to go wide left and off the back netting at Stewart Field. Doubleheader action on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Also on YouTube Live, wherever you may be watching us. We're glad that you could join us today. If you saw earlier in game one of our doubleheader, 6-0 win for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks men's soccer team over the Lakeland Muskies. 4 second-half goals for the Scarlet Hawks, allowing them to put that one away, get to 3-4 in conference play. 7th win of the season for the Scarlet Hawks men's team. But 3rd win in conference play, which is key in a NAC conference, which is very jumbled up. Meanwhile, here on the women's side, Illinois Tech, the top team in the conference following their win over Dominican on Wednesday. A 4-2 win for the Scarlet Hawks. Here's a chance to go for goal, and there's Thomas. That's what I was talking about earlier, about the versatility, the ability to create shots and goal opportunities for others. But there's one where she created for herself, unable to actually get it through the net, through and into the net. But a pretty good opportunity for Thomas on the ball. Thomas takes it away on the end line now. And it's played to the middle. Porter goes for goal. Steinbach was in waiting position. Sort of had the basket kept position, just waiting on the ball. Took a funny hop off the arms, but the save made nonetheless. Marlon Reyes looking for Sharmise Tucker. Porter over to Thomas. Ball played back to Frampton. Baltez going to go for goal from distance. That one, it was on line. But Baltez just a little bit over the net. Goal kick. Avery Seeley and Kayla O'Neal. Seeley 14, O'Neal 31. Replacing Katie Chismerick, number 21, and Mary Frampton, number 34. Goal kick coming from Lakeland, but it'll be taken by one of the players in the field, Jenna Caterino. Ball played back to Blatnick. Kaya Blatnick has not really been too bothered back in net for Illinois Tech today. It's been an easy day. She had maybe one ball roll back there earlier. Other than that, Blatnick has controlled the game for the Scarlet Hawks. There's Kikuchi, a chance to go for goal for Walsh. Walsh got a kick on the ball there. She got a strike on the ball to Walsh, but also get the offside call as that one hits Steinbach, the Lakeland keeper, right in the chest area. For a moment, I thought it actually might have caught her in the chin, so I was happy to see Steinbach pop right back up after making the play. Here's Reyes going at Takuchi. Instead, Torbenson comes away with it for Illinois Tech, and over to Ucher. Ball played back by Illinois Tech. Gabriela Baltez went for goal not too long ago. That was a good shot attempt, but unsuccessful. Our score remains 2-0. Kinsey Takuchi. Had the ball on the outside for Illinois Tech. Now they try to switch it. Awkward switch opportunity for Illinois Tech. They're usually more controlled when they switch the ball. Here's Ucher. And then Ucher sort of dribbles into traffic there. Only for Lakeland to send the ball out on the sideline. Good defensive effort by the Lakeland Muskies. That was Keeler. Allison Solberg Keeler sent the ball away. You hear Coach Roshane Ellison, he's telling his team we're trying to utilize our space. And O'Neal's shot goes wide. Sub for Lakeland. Jennifer Champney comes on for Lakeland. Champney's a 5'9" first-year player out of Antioch. And Champney will replace Bailey Johnson. Johnson came in as a reserve earlier in the matchup for Lakeland. So a reserve substitution there for Lakeland. As Torbenson takes the ball away from Marlon Reyes, only for it to be taken back by Lakeland. And there's Champney getting involved early. Champney providing an offensive threat here for Lakeland as they have somebody to charge the ball. Scarlet Hawks with goals in this matchup scored by Hannah Ramos and Katie Chismerick. Ramos made it 1-0. Chismerick made it 2-0. And as a result, Illinois Tech with a 2-0 advantage on the scoreboard here with 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Scarlet Hawks throw in with 4.5 exactly on the clock. Ucher looking for a teammate. Instead, the ball taken away by Charmise Tucker. Tucker and Champney, the two leading forwards right now for Lakeland, both reserves in this matchup. Baltez. Coach Roshane Ellison, he's telling Baltez carry it inside. As they get into the attacking third with Torbenson. She was looking for Takuchi. Marlon Reyes thought the ball was going to roll out of play. Instead, she finds herself surrounded by a pair of Scarlet Hawks, Torbenson and Takuchi. Torbenson's shot after the takeaway rose right to the keeper, Steinbach. Steinbach sends one airborne towards the sideline. Baltez watches it roll out. I thought she was going to let it roll out as she got the foot on it last moment. Ucher in the middle of the pitch. Ucher almost lost the ball for a moment. Thomas looking for somebody to create the passing lane. You can see Thomas pointing to Ucher. Maybe she wanted her to go to the spot that Ucher just now dribbled to around Tucker. The through ball sets up an opportunity. Scarlet Hawks go for goal! And it's Caitlin Walsh who finds the back of the net. Scarlet Hogs goal! Scored by number 12, Caitlin Walsh. Assisted by number 9, Victoria Ucher. 3-0 Scarlet Hawks as they extend their lead with just under 3 minutes remaining in this first half. Still coming up at halftime, we'll be able to go over our first half stats and recap these 3 goals scored by the Scarlet Hawks. Also preview our second half action. Recap game 1 of our doubleheader, a 6-0 win for the men's soccer team against Lakeland. And it has been all Scarlet Hawks this afternoon at Stewart Field. But we still have another half of soccer to be played here on the women's side. Walsh finding the back of the net, the most recent Scarlet Hawks goal. And now Walsh over to Ucher. Ucher just got the assist. Played to Torbenson. Ball sent long, chance to go for goal. That's going to be wide, as that was O'Neal on the shot. All Scarlet Hawks here in the first half. Let's see how Lakeland adjusts when we go to the second half. We mentioned how we got our halftime report coming up. Also a special message from the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks coming up at halftime. It's Caitlin Walsh adds her 4th goal of the season for Illinois Tech, but it gives them a 3-0 advantage. Takuchi takes the ball away. A chance to go for Illinois Tech. Walsh trying to get her 2nd goal. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining in the first half. Ball play back to Ucher. Ucher played it to the outside. I feel like Illinois Tech maybe, I don't know if maybe unselfish is the word there, but they had about 2 or 3 shot attempts that they passed on. And as a result, the ball went outside as opposed to maybe a shot on net. I thought Walsh could have possibly had an angle to go for her 2nd goal of the day. Now the ball knocked down. The ball gets airborne for Illinois Tech. It's Seeley, but it goes right to the keeper, Steinbach. And Illinois Tech with a 3-0 advantage. They've been thoroughly in control here in this first half against the Lakeland Muskies. Interested to see how Lakeland adjusts and come out in the second half. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our halftime score, your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks 3, the Lakeland Muskies 0. Illinois Tech with a 3-0 halftime lead over the Lakeland Muskies. Our halftime report coming up after this. We'll recap our first half stats and goals, preview the second half action. We'll also recap Illinois Tech's 6-0 win in men's action earlier today, and also recap what's going on women's soccer from around the NAC. But also coming up at halftime, a special message for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Coming up on October the 5th through the 12th, Illinois Tech Athletics is hosting Student Athlete Mental Health Week alongside Helinski's Hope and 200-plus other universities. We are making mental health a priority and breaking the stigma by hosting conversations and offering resources to our student athletes to let them know you are not alone. Join us in telling the world.
Student athletes know all about the strive for perfection, and they have a lot on their plates. Practice, games, school, work, family, and friends. This can feel like a heavy load to carry. Studies have found that 1/3 of college students struggle with their mental health. Student athletes are significantly less likely to seek help than their non-athlete peers. Athletes, your mental health matters, and you don't need a tragedy to seek help. This Student Athlete Mental Health Week, learn where to go if you're struggling. Ask your friends how they're doing. After all, you know what it's like to be part of something bigger than yourself. There is hope. You are not alone.
Halftime score at Stewart Field in Chicago, Illinois, 3-0 in favor of the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks over the Lakeland Muskies. Chris Rouse here on the call. This is game 2 of our Illinois Tech soccer doubleheader. Earlier in men's action, the Scarlet Hawks beat the Lakeland Muskies 6-0. We'll recap the stats for that matchup in just a moment. But right now, on the women's side, Illinois Tech up 3-0. Goals scored for the Scarlet Hawks in that first half by Hannah Ramos, Katie Chismerick, and the final goal of the first half also scored by Caitlin Walsh. So for Illinois Tech, respectfully, that will be Ramos with her 5th of the season, Chismerick with her 8th, Walsh with her 4th, and also Walsh was assisted. That one assisted by Victoria Ucher, and that's Ucher's first assist of the season. Illinois Tech firmly in control of this matchup here at halftime. And interestingly enough, this matchup has really been played through the back lines. Illinois Tech's back line did a great job of controlling the ball, but they had struggled to crack the code of the Lakeland back line, had the Scarlet Hawks. And that will come across in some of these stats I'm about to read in a moment. 3-0 our score. Actually, all 3 goals for Illinois Tech credited as being assisted in the first half. So 3 goals, 3 assists, 19 shots for Illinois Tech to none for Lakeland. 9 of those 19 for the Scarlet Hawks on goal, meaning Steinbach has either let it get past or has had contact with the ball. No cards yet in our matchup, but there have been a couple of fouls, 1 on each team. 7 offside calls, all against Illinois Tech, none of them against Lakeland. But that goes to show Lakeland has had an advantage on that backline discipline. They've been able to draw the Scarlet Hawks in offside calls, offside whistles. But unfortunately for them, unfortunately for the Muskies, nothing to show offensively, not even a single shot attempt to this point. Katya Blatnick has had a very easy day in net for the Scarlet Hawks. She'll transfer from the south side to the north side, and we'll see where Lakeland comes out, what they come out with strategically, led by head coach Heather Robert, as they take their time on the sideline to figure out how to get on the board against the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, the number 1 team in the conference, very much looking like the top team in the conference. Illinois Tech, remember, with a win over Dominican on Wednesday, put them to 5-0-1 in conference play. They currently sit at 8-2-1 due to the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. In men's action earlier today, it was a 6-0 win for the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. They improved to 7-4-2. They go to 3-4 in conference play. Tomas Rebalado, Devin Zachary, Mateo Sanchez, Jake Skiba, Athanasius Karagianis, and Logan Garcia, all 6 different goal scorers, all found at the back of the net for Illinois Tech. Rebalado, his first of the season. Same for Skiba, Karagianis, and Garcia. Meanwhile, Mateo Sanchez, second on the team with 5, and Devin Zachary adds to his team leading standing with his 9th goal of the season. Illinois Tech firmly in control of the matchup. We had four cards in that matchup, 2 against Lakeland, 2 against Illinois Tech. Scarlet Hawks outshot Lakeland 17-6 in the first game, 6 corners to 1, and there were 19 fouls against Lakeland to 14 against Illinois Tech, as the Scarlet Hawks were able to find the back of the net 6 times. One of the best goals of the day scored by Athanasius Karagianis from distance, as he was able to beat the keeper for Lakeland, and that allowed the Scarlet Hawks to go up 5-0 at that point. They would end up going on to a 6-0 victory, helping their chances in the NAC on the men's side. A jumbled-up conference as the Scarlet Hawks get to 3-4, 1 under 500, but able to at least keep pace on the day with a victory. On the women's side of things in the NAC, the top team in the conference up 3-0 at halftime, as I mentioned, against Lakeland. Elsewhere in the conference, Dominican avenges their loss from Wednesday, or they bounced back from their loss Wednesday against Illinois Tech. Their game has just gone final against Marion. 5-0 victory for the Stars. Megan Wilhite with 2 goals. Reagan Coxon, who scored here on Wednesday, also scored in the game today. Ariana Barney and Sarah Borzolino at the other goals for Dominican as they win it 5-0 over the Marion Sabres. Elsewhere in the conference, Rockford and St. Norbert in a scoreless tie at halftime. Concordia University, they're the number 2 team in the conference, so this will be worth watching to see if they can keep pace with Illinois Tech should this current result hold. That matchup has just started. They are currently in the 6th minute, probably the 7th minute now, depending on the refresh, as now it's still, regardless, still scoreless between Concordia University and Edgewood. Also still to come tonight, senior day for Benedictine as they take on Wisconsin Lutheran. And then tomorrow, MSOE is in action on the road as they take on Concordia University of Chicago. Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks getting ready to get back on the pitch in just 1 minute. Second half action getting ready to continue here on Stewart Field. Here at Stewart Field on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. You're watching NCAA Division III Women's Soccer, Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Soccer on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Chris Rouse on the call here at Stewart Field in Chicago. Our next presentation of Illinois Tech women's soccer right here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Getting ready to come up. We'll be at Stewart Field on October the 16th. That's Wednesday when they take on the Aurora Spartans. That'll be a 7 p.m. opening kickoff. We'll have that for you here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. The next time we will see the men in action, they'll be at home on the 23rd when they take on the Benedictine Eagles. That'll be a 7 p.m. kickoff as well. So plenty of NAC conference matchups for both the men and women's teams. And we'll have them, at least the home affairs, for you right here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Glad that you could join us this afternoon. And if you are a diehard Scarlet Hawks fan, it is certainly a great day to be a Scarlet Hawks fan. They're up. They've been on the board all day in both matchups. 6-0 in game one for the men, 3-0 in the first half of this women's matchup. And Illinois Tech with a current 9-0 advantage if you combine the two matchups today of our doubleheader. Looking at the players on the pitch, Sarah Thomas, the senior goalkeeper for Illinois Tech, looks like she will take over in the second half. Katya Blatnick didn't really see any shots, and actually didn't see any shots as we went over our first half stats. So Blatnick not really too bothered in that for Illinois Tech. She will come off the pitch, and it'll be Thomas for Illinois Tech. Also for Lakeland, Emily Runkle will come in. So it'll be Emily Runkle will be the new keeper, the 5'10" sophomore for Burlington, Wisconsin. She replaced Ingrid Steinbach, as both teams will have a halftime keeper switch. And they also will switch sides, as now Lakeland in the pink uniforms will be going left to right on your screen at home. Scarlet Hawks in the white uniforms going right to left for you, our viewers, on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and also on YouTube Live. Shout out to the great hospitality by the staff here at Illinois Tech, led by Eric Willowhite and Jamie Spanuga leading the way for all of the great events that have gone on here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network as of late, and also to the great facilities people around the way as well. As now second half action begins with Lakeland playing the ball to their back line. It was Reyes to Reyes, Marlin to Alondra. Heather Robert was trying to get her team to be a little bit more attentive as they went onto the pitch to begin this second half. I know they had a lengthy halftime huddle, but after they broke the huddle, seemed like they were a little bit more loose than a coach would like for a team that's trailing 3-0 right now. But try to get them to be more attentive as they go onto the pitch. And you see they only have one player playing as a forward charging the ball. That's Marlon Reyes. Everyone else just playing back for Lakeland. So at this point, it appears like the Muskies very much could just be playing conservative at this point, meaning they're just packing it in, trying to make sure the Scarlet Hawks don't get any more goals. And what I mean by pack it in, not a question of their effort, but they're going to put all the bodies, dedicate everyone to the net, and maybe try to get a counterattack off of what Illinois Tech sends towards their net. And try to basically use Illinois Tech's aggressiveness against the Scarlet Hawks. Beltran back on the pitch. Beltran sends it in. That's an easy scoop for Emily Runkle. Runkle sends it down the pitch. And there's Baltez, who makes a nice high touch on the ball. Baltez went for goal in that first half from distance. It looked good, but it just went over the crossbar. Here's Beltran. Beltran for distance. Runkle awaits it. Nice play. You hear the Lakeland sideline saying, good job, Runk, and she makes the save. Good hands. Scarlet Hawks still with a 3-0 advantage. And that was a missed hit there from Runkle. And now Yonihara in possession. Yonihara over to Beltran. Carolyn Beltran very well could be looking for goal again. She had a pretty good look on that last attempt not too long ago. Backline switch passing for Illinois Tech. Here's Baltez. Scarlet Hawks try to get to a shooting position. Shot for Smith. Goes right into the hands of Runkle. In the first half, there was a point where Roshane Ellison, the coach of Illinois Tech, he said we need more urgency. And it took maybe another 10, 15 minutes, but Illinois Tech did get on the board because that was rounding out. I remember that was rounding out the first 10 minutes of the matchup. And Coach Ellison said we need more urgency to his players. And after that moment, you can see the Scarlet Hawks become more aggressive. You can see them force the action. Despite the numerous offside calls that went against them, Illinois Tech was still aggressive. Nervarte goes for goal. It's off the crossbar instead. The header to go for goal for Illinois Tech is down and saved by Runkle. There's a Scarlet Hawks player down on the pitch. I believe that's Nervarte. And Nervarte went in. She had a chance to score. He went right off the crossbar. Good to see Ava back to her feet, but she is holding the arm. And Illinois Tech looking to extend their advantage, but unable to do so there as Runkle turns the Scarlet Hawks back again. As Emily Runkle has seen quite a few shots here in these first 4 minutes of the second half. Ball knocked down by Schuth for Illinois Tech. Nervarte tries to make a move towards the net. The ball gets crossed into traffic. It goes wide for Thomas. Thomas to Beltran. Beltran to Chismerick and right back. Beltran with a tough turn. Chismerick goes down to the penalty area. No whistle as Reyes comes out of traffic with the ball. Good no call by the officials. As Chismerick sort of had an unfortunate turn there. It looked like she really just kind of like dug her foot into the turf. And now Lakeland and I'm actually looking at the conversation below me here. Roshane Ellison, he was looking for the foul. He was saying there's no foul because of smaller defenders. She really just turned into a smaller defender and sort of just lost the ball. And while she did fall down to the ground, once again, sort of what I was saying, she sort of kind of just lost her footing, turning into a smaller defender. Not really a foul there, and that's why there was no call for Chismerick. Runkle sends it towards the sideline. Nervarte. Quick through ball. Opportunity for Ramos. She's going to try to get her second goal of the day, but she can't keep it in play on the end line. And a goal kick. Ramos opened the scoring for Illinois Tech. She made it 1-0. Chismerick's 8th goal of the season made it 2. And then, of course, Walsh made it 3-0 by adding for Illinois Tech. Chismerick again tries to go for goal, dispossessed, and the ball actually goes out of play off of Chismerick's foot for a Lakeland goal kick. Runkel getting ready to send it down on the goal kick. Yonihara. Now Illinois Tech going to play the ball up the pitch. It's Liliana Schuth. Schuth plays it back to Thomas. Thomas makes a move, plays it to the middle of the pitch. Yonihara with a bit of a miss hit on the touch. Couldn't really go for goal. Addison Weed takes it away. Malia Sperber, who started for Lakeland, back out there. Annika Torbenson. Scarlet Hawks have it on the outside again. Another chance to try to go for goal. Smith plays it to Beltran. That's a shooting space for Beltran. She'll go for goal, and Runkle knew it as well and made the save. Emily Runkle could see Beltran loading up to go for the goal. And another basket catch save, so to speak there. She had the arms out and just played it in off the hop. Navarte. Navarte was trying to feed one in to Ramos, but Ramos was offside in behind the Lakeland back line. Free kick opportunity here for the Muskies. Be Emily Runkle. Reyes battling for the ball. Marlon Reyes. One possession away from Beltran. Now Beltran plays it back to Baltez. This is Annika Torbenson. Coach Roshane Ellison's going with this back line the majority of the matchup. We haven't seen too many subs with Baltez, Torbenson, and also with Schuth on the back line for Illinois Tech. Beltran was a backline player a season ago for Illinois Tech, but has thrived as a midfielder this season. Obviously can still play the backline if needed. But Beltran more in an attacking space for Illinois Tech. Pass intended for Ramos, instead hits a Lakeland defender. And now Thomas. Thomas makes the move here around Bartlett. Lakeland sideline said Bartlett didn't have to win it there, meaning she may have been over aggressive in trying to play the ball, allow Illinois Tech to have the turn. Ball goes out of play. Then we're going to get a goal kick here for Lakeland, just laid out all on the ground there, following the whistle. Runkle will place the ball down for a goal kick. Here's Catarino. Catarino has it taken away. Navarte goes for goal. That one going to go wide right. You got a player down for Lakeland. I believe that's Catarino, her and Navarte on that most recent exchange, where Navarte sort of got the tackle off the ball and then tried to turn and go for goal. Catarino back to her feet. But again, Lakeland in control with the goal kick. Runkle will play it to the side. And now here's Schuth. Thomas on the build-up, looking for support. Had Chismerick, had Ramos. But after all was said and done, it's the Lakeland deflection, which will force the corner. Thomas taking her time getting to the corner here as Illinois Tech with a 3-0 advantage. Looking to find a way to break through against this back line of Lakeland. There's a header opportunity. That one goes wide right of the net. Runkle. We've seen that a few times out of Emily Runkle with the pump fake. Now she'll send the ball out. Chloe Bartlett. Bartlett made the touch. Illinois Tech able to secure the possession. Beautiful Stewart Field here in Chicago. That sun starting to set. It had been overcast throughout the majority of the first half. But now that sun is finally peeking back through the clouds, beautiful sunset shining on Stewart Field. We're getting those shadows on the field. And now here's a chance for Lakeland to push the ball up the pitch. Navarte battling Reyes. And a foul on Navarte. And a chance for Lakeland now to actually hold a solid possession. We've seen Lakeland in the second half. They've basically been on that back line the majority of the second half. Ball has been on that south side of Stewart Field, deep in that Illinois Tech attacking third. Ramos over to Beltran. Beltran plays it to Ramos and outside to Yonihara. Through ball opportunity for Illinois Tech. Goes wide, out of play for a goal kick. Pair of subs for Illinois Tech. Actually make it a trio. Let's see if Walsh gets in time. Kayleen Walsh is trying to come on. And Walsh actually will wait. It'll be Amelia Mosman and Kayla O'Neill in for Illinois Tech as they replace Beltran and Kayla Thomas. So Runkle sends it over. Action resumes, and the ball goes out of play. So Caitlin Walsh did not get in before that last sub, and she replaced Eva Navarte. So 12 for 15. Walsh already with a goal in this game. Let's see if she can add to her total. Navarte with a goal on Wednesday. Unable to score to this point. As we continue to close in on an hour played. Currently in this 59th minute. Ball played back to Baltez. Here's Torbenson. Plays the ball in. Chance to go for goal. That one's off the crossbar. Bounces straight up for Runkle and off the net for a goal kick. Katie Chismerick going for goal there. Runkle just watches it pop straight into the air. And off the netting. And now Lakeland, another goal kick. Said that a number of times in the second half. Whether it be a tough pass or a wide shot. Illinois Tech still unable to score in the second half, despite the continued pressure. Marlon Reyes looked like she hurt her ankle there. She sort of lost the ball on that tackle. She's running down the pitch. She's not really running down. Yeah, now she's doubled over, holding an ankle out near midfield. Illinois Tech plays the ball into Mosman. The ball goes wide. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see Lakeland get a sub here. Marlon Reyes continues to check that leg. Remember, she got hurt earlier in the matchup. Same for Alondra Reyes, who's also back out there for Lakeland. Reyes is actually standing right next to the keeper, Runkle, on the opposite side of where this pass just came in. O'Neal. Here's Mosman. Mosman to Walsh. Walsh tried to shoot. Instead, she hit Chismerick. The 2 goal scorers there involved in the contest. Here's Schuth, unable to get the ball. The ball goes the other way on the run-in opportunity from Schuth, but out of play for a goal kick again. 3-0 Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. It's been all Illinois Tech this afternoon at Stewart Field. 6 different goal scorers in the men's matchup as the Scarlet Hawks won 6-0 over the Lakeland Muskies in men's soccer. Here in women's soccer, 3-0 our score. Ramos, Chismerick, and Walsh responsible for the 3 goals for Illinois Tech. And here is Hannah Ramos. Ramos to Yonihara. Yonihara outside to Mosman. Mosman stopped and the ball kept going on the through ball. Out of play. Lakeland substitution. Jennifer Champney will come back out there. Champney came in that first half as a forward for the Muskies. And she'll replace Marlon Reyes, who, if you remember not too long ago, maybe about 2 possessions ago, Reyes was dealing with that ankle issue. Hurt the ankle earlier in the matchup. And there was a bit of a tackle with her, and one of the Scarlet Hawks players kind of kicked the ball at the same time, and it really affected her leg. Chismerick plays it inside for Ramos. Ramos for her 2nd goal, but that one goes wide left of the net. Another good build-up opportunity for Illinois Tech. But the Scarlet Hawks, again, unable to score. Score remains 3-0. Illinois Tech, to this point in the matchup, they have 30 shots against the Lakeland Muskies. 14 of those 30 on goal. Lakeland, not a single shot to this point. As we get ready to conclude the 63rd minute. Here's Schuth looking for Chismerick. Schuth plays the ball into her support. There's a chance for Walsh. Walsh already with a goal today, but couldn't turn to get a second. And Lakeland on the clear out. Schuth to Mosman. Mosman to Ramos. It's almost as if Illinois Tech is trying a little bit of a give-and-go game on the outside with Ramos and Mosman. But it has not been there for the Scarlet Hawks. Lakeland Muskies going with a strategic switch as Sperber and Bartlett switch sides. So Chloe Bartlett and Malaya Sperber, 13 and 10, remain in the match. Both were already in. They're just going to switch sides. Here's Mosman. Walsh going for goal. Another save by Runkle. Walsh already scored earlier, her 4th of the season. Unable to add there. Mentioned earlier, Illinois Tech, Victoria Utra was credited with an assist earlier. So is Kayla Smith and Ava Nervarte. So Nervarte does not have a goal, but she did get involved and was credited with one of the Scarlet Hawks' assists on their 3 goals today. Walsh with another chance, but this time it's picked up by Runkle. Windy City starting to live up to his name here in this second half as the wind has certainly picked up here at Stewart Field, at least in these last few minutes. Up to 10-mile-per-hour winds here. And the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks looking to roll to another win and try to create some breathing room at the top of the NAC. Through ball, Walsh from Ramos. The ball goes into the air, goes into the net. It's a goal. Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks extend their lead to 4-0. Scarlet Hawks goal. Her 2nd of the day and 5th of the season, scored by number 12, Caitlin Walsh. Assisted by number 8, Hannah Ramos. 4-0 Scarlet Hawks as they add on to their lead. It's a total of 10-0 on the day between the men's and women's matchups right now. It was 6-0 on the men's side earlier, 4-0 right now, as the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks women look to extend their lead with Chismerick chasing the ball in, but it was cleared out by Abby Runkle. Chismerick plays it back to O'Neal. So Illinois Tech able to finally break through in the second half with Walsh scoring her second goal of the day for her 5th on the season. Long distance goal attempt from Baltaz. That's the second time she's tried it from out there. She did that in the first half. Just missed it over the post, over the crossbar. That one wide over everything. So Walsh up to 5 on the season. Walsh has played in all 12 games and has fouled the net. First it was assisted by Ucher, and now she finds the net, this time assisted by another goal scorer today in Ramos. But you can feel that buildup coming for Illinois Tech. They had a number of sort of goal scorer plays with Mosman and Ramos building up. They were finally able to crack through and score as the ball went into the net on that play from Ramos and Walsh. Mosman charging from behind. No whistle. Lakeland thought there was no play on the ball. Unfortunately, the officials disagree, and the Scarlet Hawks will build up. Chismerick back to Mosman. This could be another shot for O'Neal. Instead, she crossed it to Ucher. Thought Kayla O'Neal, the first-year player out of Carlsbad, California, was going to pull for goal. Here's another shot for Walsh. Walsh looking for that hat trick. And if Walsh is to get the hat trick, it would be her 6th goal of the season. Illinois Tech's leader in goals this season is Katie Chismerick, currently sitting at 8. Walsh with 5 is currently tied with Hannah Ramos for 2nd on the team. Both Ramos and Walsh have scored today. Walsh scoring twice. Ramos actually assisted on the goal that helped Walsh tie her in the team scoring lead. Here's Mosman. Mosman with a cross. That goes wide on the drive, out of play. Pair of subs for Illinois Tech. Joanne Porter, number 33, returns. And number 19, Kinsey Takuchi, also returning. These are a pair of the subs that came in for Illinois Tech to end the first half. And I know Lena Yonahara is going to come off the pitch for Illinois Tech. And it'll be Smith also coming off for the Scarlet Hawks. Kayla Smith this season, 2 goals, 3 assists. She jogs off to likely round out her day here at Stewart Field. Lena Yonahara has played in all 12 matches for Illinois Tech, got the start today. Likely going to wrap up her day as well. Here's Katie Chismerick. Chismerick plays the ball into her support, and it goes out for a Scarlet Hawk corner. This will be the 6th corner for Illinois Tech this afternoon. And it'll be taken by Mosman. It plays to the middle. It's centered. Baltez tried to send it into the net. It looked like it may have hit a defender in Leah Armstrong. And it did just that. So it'll be another Scarlet Hawk corner. So another one. Coming up here, their 7th. Illinois Tech currently with 36 shots in this matchup. 36-0 on the shot counter. Now the ball goes in. And it's cleared out by Lakeland. Sperber battling. But instead it goes right back to Illinois Tech with O'Neal. Mosman on the outside. Sets up the middle for Illinois Tech. Bit of a mishit for Schuth. And then Mosman with a mishit as well as she sends it wide behind the net for a goal kick. Live at Stewart Field in Chicago, Illinois. This is NCAA Division III women's soccer action. Illinois Tech women's soccer as they take on the Lakeland Muskies. And now Joanne Porter has it on the outside to Mosman. Mosman steps in to Katie Chismerick. Chismerick going for goal. Katie Chismerick adds on for Illinois Tech, makes it 5-0. Scarlet Hogs goal! Her second of the day and 9th of the season. Scored by number 21, Katie Chismerick. So Chismerick joins Walsh. They both have scored twice this afternoon. So Chismerick adding to her team lead. That's now 9. Oh, what a move by Ucher on the spin and plays it out to Takuchi. Remember, the tie for second for Illinois Tech is between Walsh and Ramos, both with 5 on the season. Ramos has a goal today, Walsh already with 2. Walsh is still out there. Ramos has already come off the pitch, but Walsh is still out there and has a chance to go for the hat trick should Illinois Tech attempt to be more aggressive on that south net here at Stewart Field. The Lakeland Muskies yet to record a shot to this point of the day on the women's side of things. But there's still plenty of time, 18:40 and counting remaining. And Coach Roshane Ellison and his team, what a year they had last season. And I've mentioned this in previous broadcasts, how this used to be a program built sort of on their defensive matchups, winning matchups 1-0, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, depending on what was necessary. But Roshane Ellison has really done a great job of building a team that's strong on both sides of the pitch. I mean, you talk about a team that's out-shooting their opponent 30-0 on the shot total earlier. And here they are up 5-0 on the scoreboard. Scarlet Hawks goalkeepers haven't bothered too much at all in this game. Katya Blatnick really only had 2 plays where I could think I even had to call her name, and then Sarah Thomas has really just been there in the net for Illinois Tech, sort of as a formality in the second half. As Illinois Tech has just been thoroughly in control this afternoon at Stewart Field, both on the men's and women's side. 6 different goal scorers for the men as they won 6-0. On the women's side of things, they have the opportunity to make it 6-0, but it definitely won't be 6 different goal scorers. Chismerick and Walsh already both with 2 goals, and Ramos added the 5th. But Ramos actually, and it sounds funny saying it like that because Ramos actually scored first. She opened the scoring for everyone. And since then, Chismerick and Walsh have traded back and forth. Ucher. Outside to Mosman. Ball out of play again. Scarlet Hawks corner. Scarlet Hawks scoring today was Ramos first, followed by Chismerick, and then Walsh actually got 2 straight before Chismerick got the most recent goal. And then Frampton will replace Baltez here on the sub for Illinois Tech. Lakeland to get a sub with Janae Kilsdunk. Kilsdunk will come on here to replace Jennifer Champney as Lakeland to get some fresh legs. First time we'll see the 5'4" junior out of Appleton, Wisconsin, and Janae Kilsdunk. Ball goes in front of the net for Illinois Tech. A chance to go for Takuchi almost, and it's cleared out. That looked like it was earmarked for the net. Instead, it comes out of play, and the ball's going to go out for a throw. Scarlet Hawk throw in. And here's Mosman. Mosman looking for an outlet. There's Chismerick. Chismerick with a chance to go for the hat trick, but that one wide left. And it'll go out for the goal kick. Actually, they're going to say this is going to be a Scarlet Hawk corner. And they're saying the ball was deflected. So Avery Seeley will come on to replace Katie Chismerick. So Chismerick's day will be complete with 2 goals. And her team leading total will stand at 9. 75th minute getting ready to conclude, and it actually will conclude with this ball getting airborne. Low liner instead, and it goes out of play for a goal kick. Runkle to send it down. Ball possessed by Walsh. Walsh plays it in. Here's Walsh, a chance to go for the hat trick. Walsh off the fencing, and another goal kick. Scarlet Hawks substitution here will bring Jillian Oligschlager back on. Oligschlager will replace Annika Torbenson. That back line for Illinois Tech, they did their job. They controlled the field positioning, especially in that first half. And in the second half, that's certainly been the case as the ball has been on the south side of the field. Once again, Lakeland, through 75 minutes, not a single shot on the board, 38-0 in favor of Illinois Tech on the shot counter. Frampton over to Oligschlager. Kenzie Takuchi trying to make a move around Chloe Bartlett. Ball goes into the middle of the pitch and is sent down by Lakeland. Addison Weed makes the smart play. And here's Sarah Thomas. Just mentioned Thomas really hasn't had too much action today. Neither did Katya Blatnick, who got the start for the Scarlet Hawks. Amelia Mosman. Mosman makes a move. Mosman going for goal. Nice save by Emily Runkle. You know, Mosman, more of a setup player for Illinois Tech. Mosman with 2 assists on the season. Also has 4 goals as Mosman. Mosman, one of those players that we mentioned earlier, similar with what we were talking about with Kayla Thomas, where she's well-rounded. She can create for others and she can create for herself. Mosman tried to create for herself on that last shot. Went a little bit wide. Illinois Tech picks up another offside call. A number of those for Illinois Tech to go with shots. I mean, we look at the stats. Illinois Tech, 38 shots in this matchup. That was offside call number 10 against the Scarlet Hawks. So double-digit shots, shot total, double-digit offside total as well, which speaks to the aggressiveness of Illinois Tech and also speaks to some of the early issues they had with figuring out the back line for Lakeland, which had done a great job at staying relatively high, forcing Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks to have to dribble into deep positions on the pitch just to even get in the shooting position. And once Illinois Tech did that, Scarlet Hawks were able to run away with this matchup. Scarlet Hawk throw-in coming on that far side, away from the benches. Lakeland in danger of this becoming their 4th consecutive match without a goal. Muskies don't even have a shot in this matchup. Ucher tries to make a turn, and she'll play it back. So coming up for Lakeland, they will return home after a week off. They'll play next Saturday against Edgewood, and then that'll be followed by a matchup on the 23rd against Marion. So Lakeland, their next 2 will be at home. And it's 11 and a half minutes remaining here. Muskies without a single shot to this point, and in danger of this becoming their 4th straight matchup without a goal. Walsh still looking for that hat trick. I guess those are still the stories here. Let's see if Lakeland can get a shot, a goal. Let's see if Walsh can get a hat trick. Let's see what the final result will be here at Stewart Field. Elizabeth Brown back onto the pitch for the Muskies. She replaced Malaya Sperber. And we saw that same sub for Lakeland in the first half where they put Brown out there. And when they put Elizabeth Brown out there, she came in really charging the ball. I thought that was going to probably be the start of the offensive turnaround for Lakeland. But instead, Illinois Tech was able to turn things around from there and extend, not only take the lead, extend it from there. Goal kick coming here from Runkle. And she sends it right back down to Oligschlager of Illinois Tech. Addison Weed able to take it away. And here's Lakeland pushing to their offensive side of the pitch. It's short-lived, but here's Walsh for Illinois Tech. Nice play through to Porter. Porter trying to go for goal. Runkle will get there as Joanne Porter just mishits it. And Illinois Tech unable to add to their 5-0 advantage with Runkle sending it down towards midfield. Ucher plays to the outside. Here's Oligschlager. And another whistle will stop the build up here for Illinois Tech. Lakeland to take over on the free kick opportunity. Should Lakeland not get a single shot in this matchup, that would only be the second time this season that has happened to the Muskies. The other time occurred on September the 25th. 6-0 defeat at the hands of the MSOE Raiders. In their last 3 matches, no goals for Lakeland, but 8 shots against Wisconsin Lutheran, 15 against Aurora, and 4 against Dominican. They get possession through the Muskies out near midfield, and it's taken away by Porter. Porter gives it to Mosman on the outside. See if Mosman can get in the scorebook here. Mosman plays it into the middle of the pitch. Back out to Amelia Mosman. Let's see if Lakeland can send it out. Sort of pinballs around a few Lakeland players, and Illinois Tech gains possession. O'Neal to Ucher. Oligschlager goes for goal. That one's blocked away. Not sure if it was blocked or if it deflected off a teammate. Takuchi sends it in. Chance to go for goal is in behind the net for a goal kick. Pretty good strike for Joanne Porter, but too deep behind the net. Bailey Johnson, number 12, re-enters the match for Lakeland. And she replaced Janae Kilsdonk. For Illinois Tech, a pretty good win on Wednesday, 4-2 over Dominican. And this is honestly sort of what you need if you're the Scarlet Hawks. You're coming off of a win over a tough conference opponent, really battling for first place in the conference. And now today you come out against Lakeland. You don't face any shots to this point. We're 80-plus minutes deep into this matchup. And a foul. Illinois Tech going to get a trio of new bodies on the pitch. Kate Domian is one of them, joined by Maddie Pelfrey and Yasmi Siopsis. Oligschlager plays the ball in, and it's deflected away. Runkle able to scoop it up. Ball sent down by Runkle, the keeper for Lakeland. And played back to Frampton. Bailey Johnson takes a spill. Mosman. Over to Porter. Right now it seems like the Lakeland sideline, they're just worried about their defensive discipline. Hearing numerous calls of don't chase from the Lakeland sideline. Bailey Johnson trying to hawk the ball down for the Muskies. And Frampton sends it over. Oligschlager over to Takuchi. Here's another chance for Illinois Tech with O'Neal. O'Neal leaves it high and wide off the net, off the fencing. And that trio of subs for Illinois Tech now comes on. Kate Domian enters the match. Maddie Pelfrey, number 29. Domian is 18. Pelfrey, 29. And number 30, Yasmi Siopsis. They'll replace Mosman, Kayla O'Neal, and Caitlin Walsh. So no hat trick for Walsh as she'll come off the pitch with 2 goals on the day, 5 on the season. Illinois Tech's advantage 5-0. So Ramos, Chismrick, and Walsh, the goal scorers for Illinois Tech, all off the pitch. Ucher plays it over to O'Neal. Ucher goes for goal. The save is made. Another chance on the end line. It'll be a corner for the Scarlet Hawks. And right now, Runkle, the keeper for Lakeland, is down to a knee in the penalty area. The officials have stopped the clock at 5:29 remaining. So Runkle is back up to her feet. She is going to stay in the game halfway through this 85th minute. The ball comes in. It's a low liner and out of play for another goal kick. That corner from Illinois Tech coming from Kate Domian. Domian, the 5'3" senior from St. Louis, Missouri. Not enough air underneath that corner for Illinois Tech to really put any pressure on the keeper, Runkle. But what a matchup for Roshane Ellison's team. They lead at 5-0. And through 85 minutes, they've been thoroughly in control on this Saturday afternoon on the near south side of Chicago at Stewart Field. Scarlet Hawks playing the ball back to their defenders. That back line hasn't really been too involved in this second half. They were playing through the back line with the Scarlet Hawks in the first half. But in the second half, it's been more of a forward and strikers thing for the Scarlet Hawks. They've been playing pretty much a give and go style of soccer in this second half. Maddie Pelfrey. Siopsis sends it in for the Scarlet Hawks. An opportunity to turn. And now Pelfrey will run it down. Those winds starting to pick up again here at Stewart Field as we get closer to the conclusion here. A chance to go for goal and another save for Runkle. The Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks very much playing like a team that's first place in the conference. And for Illinois Tech coming up, they have St. Norbert. First they'll see Aurora on Wednesday right here at Stewart Field, which we will have for you at 7 p.m. on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Then next Saturday they'll take on St. Norbert. And then a late season non-conference affair, but always a fun one, as they'll take on the University of Chicago Maroons. Chicago not too far from here. They play over there on 56th and Ellis, 56th and Cottage Grove. About 25, 30 blocks between the two programs. So it's always a fun affair when you see Illinois Tech, Chicago matchups, whether it be on the pitch in soccer or not too far from here at Guaranteed Rate Field in baseball. Charmise Tucker back out there for Lakeland as she came in during that stoppage. Pelfrey looking for Siopsis. The ball goes out of play for a Lakeland throw. Iasmi Siopsis is a 5'2" first-year player out of Maryville, Tennessee. And Siopsis now on the throw-in, finding Pelfrey. First year out of El Paso, Texas is Maddie Pelfrey, 29, in white for Illinois Tech. Jillian Oligschlager plays it back to Ucher. Domian got a quick touch for Illinois Tech. And now the Scarlet Hawks play to the outside. Takuchi sends it in. Runkle able to get both hands around the ball and make another save. Illinois Tech keeping up the pressure here as we get ready to see our final 100 seconds here at Stewart Field to wrap up our doubleheader. Ball goes down the pitch for Lakeland. Tucker was ahead of the pack. I thought maybe we were going to see Weed try to set up Tucker, but that was not the case. 45 shots for Illinois Tech, 20 of which were on goal this afternoon. Illinois Tech also with 10 corners. Also got called for 11 offside violations this afternoon. And an outside tackle and a foul as Takuchi hits the deck. 1 minute remaining in the match. 1 minute remaining in the match. So the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks taking care of home field on both the men's and women's side of things. 6-0 in the women's matchup. And here in 6-0 in the men's matchup, and now here in the women's matchup, not quite 6-0. It's 5-0, but they still have a chance as that one's going to go wide. Scarlet Hawks well on their way to what would be their 9th win of the season. 9-2-1, and they would go to 6-0-1 in conference play. 5 goals today for the Scarlet Hawks. It was Hannah Ramos with 1, 2 from Caitlin Walsh, 2 from Katie Chismerick, as Illinois Tech protects home field, and they very much look like a team that's first place in the NAC conference. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your final score, your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks 5, the Lakeland Muskies 0. The next time the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks are at home will be Wednesday, October the 16th, when the Scarlet Hawks take on the Aurora Spartans. That'll be right here at Stewart Field. And remember, please get home safely and go Hawks! 5-0 the final from Stewart Field as Illinois Tech thoroughly in control of this one against the Lakeland Muskies. They keep the Muskies off the board, not only in scoring, but also in shot totals. Not a single shot for the Lakeland Muskies this afternoon as Illinois Tech completes a clean sweep in both men's and women's soccer today. We're glad that you were able to join us here on the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. It was a fun day to be a Scarlet Hawks fan. They had a 6-0 win in men's soccer. They win it 5-0 here in Game 2 to wrap it up. So for all of our crew here at Stewart Field in Chicago, I'm Chris Rouse. This has been another presentation of NCAA Division III women's soccer and another presentation of Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks athletics. The next time the Scarlet Hawks will be at home, Wednesday, October the 16th, when the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks take on the Aurora Spartans. Women's soccer action coming to you right here from Stewart Field. So for all of our crew and to all of our fans here from Chicago, signing off, I'm Chris Rouse. Have a fun Saturday, and thank you for joining us here on the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network.